Hey folks, welcome to Kaisers Kastle. Just wanted to tune in and chime in to some of the events in this current year, especially this election run-up. My thoughts, my opinion, and as you all know, I am the foremost expert on my opinion. It's the only thing I am an expert in. But what I did notice, seems like a whole lot of people losing their minds. We could say that maybe this is a societal thing. That, maybe our society's caused this. That's something to think about. Well, how did we get here in this time and place? I wonder what that would be. Maybe a media that distorts truth. People forget the last administration legalized propaganda to the U.S. That was actually put into and passed through the Congress. It's no longer illegal to do that. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? And then you have ginned up hatred for the media and for people groups, whatever you want to call it. You think this wasn't done by our government? You think it's not a destabilization operation? Do you believe in coincidence? I don't. Something I learned a long time ago working for the government is that there is no coincidence. And most of the time, it's done with purpose behind it. It's purpose built. Now you may not know the purpose of it. Maybe even other agencies within the government wouldn't have any idea what the purpose was. But somebody designed it. Now, the irresponsibility of somebody's actions, and I don't care who they are, once you take words, and like I've said, we need more words, not less. I don't believe in banning anybody's speech because even Styx Hexenhammer, 666, said the same thing that I've been saying for years. You take people away and their speech away, they'll only live in their own echo chamber. And maybe I have a little echo chamber myself. I don't know. Could be. I know what I think. But I also know that those thoughts are not transmogrified into acts. And for some reason, some people allow that to happen to themselves. It's kind of nonsensical. But thinking can evolve over time, over years. Experience, life experience. That's kind of the point to living this life, is to gain life experience. And then hopefully you'll take the right decisions whenever you need to take one. With no malice of forethought, when you've taken a decision, you have then demonstrated malice of forethought because you chose to do that. You can't make a decision. You can make a cake. You add the ingredients together. A decision's not being made, it's being taken because it's going to be an action. You can take a decision to make that cake. Now, my ramblings may seem disjointed, but in all actuality, it'll all come together. You look at what's gone on with this pipe guy, mailing whatever, fake pipes to people. I mean, you can look up, I can't remember, I think it's postal something. It's a daggone diagram the post office puts out for suspicious packages. Everything about those packages screamed suspicious package. The goof nut was a left-winger who just recently became a Trump supporter, like right after the election. Figure that one out. And then professionally wrapped windows with nothing but Trump memes and pictures of whatever. Goofy pictures, and then he has targets on people. Okay, whatever. That's goofiness. But that probably costs a lot of money. And somebody could figure out where that was made down there. And having it down there in South Florida all like that, I'm surprised that vehicle's even got a tire. Those people, they like to vandalize down there. So, that's one question. Then they talk about he's a male stripper, this, that, and the other. Whatever. It's stupid. But it was central casting. But then you have a Lulu, who's not a Trump supporter, goes in and does a stupid act. A wildly stupid act. And I don't know what was going through his mind, nor do I care. See, we have a problem that's deeper, because a false flag can be a real event. And it doesn't even have to have governmental involvement sometimes. But people can push people. If you look back at the, it was just a couple years ago. They had Pamela Geller, that's her name. I was searching my brain housing group for the name. Geller, Pamela Geller. She had a Draw Muhammad contest. First Amendment, good to go. And two guys came in with guns, and of course, security guard killed them, whatever. But they were being followed by an FBI handler. So I always look to see and wait for the events to shake out. And I think you'd be wise to do the same on both of these two things. Because everything's just a little too pat. And, yeah, sometimes I guess a false flag can go out of your hands, and if you're controlling it. And you can see what happens, So it could be that, but it is destabilization. And the media's foisted it on us. The media consistently tells us Trump, bad orange guy, big bad orange guy. He's creating violence. He's creating havoc. But it's only been the left that's been violent. And this guy, whoever he is, I don't even want to credit his name. That's another problem. People get infamous because everybody parrots their names. It should just be a blurb and go away. But this guy also puts everybody's Second Amendment right, First Amendment right, up for review now. Think about this. Think about this. And if it's just the media, it wouldn't be all that bad. But we're also seeing it online. Google, Facebook, YouTube. The silencing of voices. The 30-day bans on Facebook. You know, stuff like that. People getting banned for life. Whatever. Twitter, same thing. Deplatforming people. Alex Jones, prime example of that one, right? Well, we got to think about something. Why is this culminating at this particular point? Because the logical person who thinks the Democrats were losing. And we can't have that now, can we? So what can we do? We can try this and try that. And if one thing doesn't work, they can always step something up and make something else that will work happen. Ever think about that? That somebody, somewhere, sometime is busy thinking of ways to screw you over? That's not conspiratard stuff. It happens every day, right? I'm sure there's somebody that wants your job somewhere who's always telling the boss bullshit about you. That's just a part of human life. Politics of dancing, baby, and everything's politics. So, if we're going to go down this little conspiracy rabbit trail, I want to take it to the zenith of where it ends. And have everybody think about it. Because where does it end? Do you know where it ends? A lot of people have this, and I've said this before on many podcasts, this sticky, wet, masturbational fantasy of what revolution, about destabilizing the country or whatever. And do you really know what that looks like? Do you know what a war at doorbell level looks like? Simple question. I don't know if I do. I'm getting a spinning wheel, and I don't know if I'm even being heard right now. Says its stream's got an orange health, but don't know. So I'll just keep talking, and maybe it won't go out to anybody. I've got 3 people on the line, but it says I don't know, 1 person watching, so we'll see. Hi, Alex, Olson, Wilhelm, and Cold Warrior. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday morning. If you can hear me, just type in, you can hear me. If you can't, It's all good. So anyway, so you think about this. A war at doorbell level. Do you know what that means? Well, Rwanda, you can think about that. You can think about what happened in Eastern Europe when Yugoslavia fell. And the Balkans became seriously Balkanized. There's a reason for that term. So if you don't think that neighbor that you might not know, maybe he likes your wife, maybe he likes your car, who knows what he wants, but all of a sudden you step out your door and you just get blasted. It's stupid. Seen it in Afghanistan, seen it in Iraq, retribution killings, all that shit. This is stupid. So, like I said, it's saying it's still going out, but I don't know if it is or not. But what I will say is that people need to look beyond what the news is telling you. Look through the news. Hell, I listen to, I'm a 50-year-old dude, and I listen to Sticks Hexenhammer, 666. I listen to a lot of people. Well, that's an interesting question, Alex. What if the alt-right volunteered to help other communities to help foster a peaceful national conversation? I don't know. After Hillary's vilification of the alt-right and everything like that, I don't know if that's possible. Because as soon as somebody says they're alt-right, they even yell at people like Gavin McInnes and alt-right people and just Trumpers. Everybody's Nazi. The name calling, the vitriolic demonizing. These are things to think about, yeah. That's a fair question. If there was a national conversation or debate, it always falls down to you're literally Hitler. So I don't know if that conversation's even possible with the demonization that's been going on. I hope that answers your question. But that's a well put question. Well thought out. I think that if we just continue to have conversations, now that would be interesting. Although I do have my feelings on Richard Spencer. I think he has some issues. That's just my own personal thoughts. Jesse Lee Peterson's funny. It would be an interesting conversation. I bet Jesse Lee Peterson would have that conversation with him. I don't know if a rally's ever a good idea. That's just not my opinion. That's just my opinion, especially in these times. But to have it on a platform like YouTube or something, almost like it was really interesting conversation that Sticks had with Spencer when he was on with Spencer on, I think it was Warski Live or something. That was an interesting conversation. But it'd be interesting to see what exactly that would look like. So yeah, that'd be an interesting one. But you've also had the politicians stoking this. As much as everybody doesn't understand it, a lot of this stuff, like I said earlier, it's ginned up. A lot of people out there acting like there's something they're not. So, I don't know, man. Interesting conversation. Now, getting back to this false flag and what it looks like. With this being a false flag that I believe it is, now I bet you'd still have people trying to get in to punch somebody at a church. That's an outstanding suggestion. And he says maybe a church service, Peterson could pray for Spencer. Spencer could eat some crow, and Peterson could talk about forgiveness and understanding. You know what? That would be an outstanding idea. If somebody who knew that those two people could make that happen, that would be that actually would probably be something to heal, a healing moment for some of the division, maybe. I don't know. So, with that being to everybody, know your neighbors, talk to them, literally talk to them. Even though I'm on cluster of electrons on your screen right now, I do have real conversations with people. And so more conversation is massively preferred to no conversation. And you don't have to agree about everything. You can agree to disagree. That's something we've lost. Is I may disagree with you, but that's okay. We can talk about bicycles, whatever, baseball, football. I don't really watch any of that now. Once in a while I'll glimpse it, but I haven't watched TV in quite a while. But I do watch YouTube, so there you go. But, well, now it's saying I'm having problems. Well, maybe I'll carry this conversation on a little later. Because I think it's showing that I'm red, and I don't know if I'm still getting out or not. Alright, thanks for sitting on my big orange couch today. Just enjoy your day today and think about life and just think about everything. God bless. Shuff out.